All right, this is Michael again. So this quote is by Frederick Nietzsche. I'm not entirely sure if I'm pronouncing the last name right, but his quote is, "The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold in higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently." I thought this was a great one, especially for what's going on. It looks like everybody is just kind of really ready to distance themselves from any kind of differing opinion. And we can't do that. We have to listen to everyone's opinion. We have to listen to, the other side to better understand them, because, to better understand your fellow man is to, better understand yourself. And, we really need to, when I say fellow man, that's, just old school verbiage. So to better understand your fellow human is to better understand yourself. And, I don't know. I mean, I get it. I go on Twitter, and there's a lot of opinions I don't necessarily agree with, and there are some opinions I just flat out don't like. But I don't unfollow them. I don't retweet back. I don't tell them, hey man, you're wrong. I know that's totally against the trend, the norm of society nowadays. But we need to understand it because, well, I don't want to give another quote, but essentially we need to be able, it kind of shows your strength of mind. If you're able to take an idea, give it an audience in your head, give it some space, let it mull around, roll it around your head, but you don't have to accept it. Just because you're thinking about it doesn't mean you have automatically accepted it. What it shows is that your mental maturity and mental stability and, your essentially mental fortitude. So you can take an idea, appalling idea of, I don't know, you could take any idea and kind of think about it. Like, I mean, appalling it, like, we can say slavery. Let's just say it. It is bad, no matter what. But if you can think about it, like, okay, how could it be possibly beneficial? Well, I mean, I'm sure after some thought, you could pull some possible, positive outcomes from it. But ultimately, it is bad. There are more cons than there could ever be good outcomes for it. And generally, the good outcomes are only good for the very select few. And that is why it ultimately is bad. It is not good for the good of the population, for the good of the human race. But if you're able to kind of think about that idea, but still able to reject it, even after giving it a fair critique of your head, that I believe is really important. That really shows a lot of, mental fortitude, as I said. And I try and, it's hard. It definitely is. I try and do this every day, and all I have to do is go on Twitter, man. As y'all know, you go on Twitter and just browse, just scroll down. Guarantee you will find something you don't agree with. And do you find yourself like tweeting back? Do you find yourself liking the posts, attacking other things? And I don't, I don't, like I said, I don't like a lot of the stuff I see on Twitter, but I don't unfollow people. I think I only have one person blocked, and that's because he claimed he was Snoop Dogg and wanted to hit me up for a business proposition. And so obviously it wasn't Snoop Dogg. So as much as I wanted to be, yeah. So just, I'll say it again. Again, Frederick Nietzsche. The surest way to corrupt a youth is to instruct him to hold higher esteem those who think alike than those who think differently. So, yeah, just to give everyone a little bit of their fair chance to speak. Just because you're listening to their opinion doesn't mean you support their opinion, nor you accept it, nor do you have to. But let's not become so guarded and so defensive that we become blinded. Because if you don't listen to what the other person has to say, you might in turn become something you never intended on being. So, but anyway, best of luck to you guys. I really hope everything's going well with you, and your day is going great. So take it easy.